Sigma males are very selective when it comes to making friends because most people do not understand them. The lone wolf ensures that they maintain their lane and will not get in people's way. However, despite their easygoing lifestyle, some have decided to be their enemies. Sigma's enemies are full of strife and envy towards them. They feel intimidated by the success of the Sigma male. Their enemies always look for means to bring them down, but the lone wolf is not bothered because they have a way of dealing with their enemies. Watch till the end to learn how Sigma male deals with their enemies. 1. Sigma males confront their enemies. Unlike other people, who don't speak up when they are mocked by haters or when hurtful words are said to them, the lone wolf is different. Sigma understands that if they don't speak up, their haters will see them as cowards who won't retaliate, thereby continuing to make fun of them and say those hurtful things to them. They peacefully communicate with their haters. Sigma males are not timid or afraid to speak their minds to their haters. They make it clear to them that they don't like what is being said to them. Sigma males will speak up against the actions of their enemies because they know that confronting one's enemies can be a powerful tool for neutralizing their power and achieving victory in a conflict. When we confront our enemies, we take control of the situation and assert ourselves as strong and capable individuals. This can have many effects that weaken or neutralize the power of our enemies. First, confrontation can reveal the weaknesses and vulnerabilities of our enemies. By standing up to them and refusing to back down, we force them to show their true colors and reveal any areas where they may be vulnerable. This can make it much easier to defeat them, as we know where to focus our efforts. Second, confrontation can also force our enemies to confront their fears and insecurities. When we stand up to them and refuse to be intimidated, we can make them question their strength and resolve. This can cause them to doubt themselves and weaken their will to fight. Third, confrontation can also neutralize the power of our enemies through negotiation or compromise. By engaging in dialogue and working towards a mutually beneficial solution, we can often find a way to resolve our differences without resorting to violence or hostility. By standing up to our enemies, we empower ourselves and boost our confidence. Confronting our fears and standing up for what we believe in can be incredibly empowering and help us feel more in control of our lives. 2. Sigma males avoid companionship. A Sigma male enjoys his own company. He does not seek companionship. He set rules for himself and worked according to those rules. Sigma males are self-reliant, and they are not affected by working alone. They only keep positive people around. They shun negativity and move far away from toxic people. They understand that keeping negative people around them will hurt their lives and their goals. They only move with people who can positively contribute to their mental health and development, which will make them grow into better versions of themselves. Sigma males know that they can also be betrayed by these negative people, since haters are full of strife and envy. They understand that not everyone in their life wishes the best for them, and negative people will only disappoint or harm them. So the Sigma male will maintain a safe distance from such people and never consider having them as friends. He believes in the fact that the less you respond to negative people, the more pleasant your life will become. Sigma male loves to be all by himself all the time. He will not be friends with people that will drain him or make him lose his peace. 3. The Sigma male loves an independent life. Sigma males are self-sufficient, unlike a large number of people who base their lives on the opinions of others and seek validation from others before they can take any step or do anything. These types of people are moved by what other people say or do, and they need the approval and applause of other people before they can feel cool about themselves. They are also afraid to make decisions on their own because they depend so much on other people's opinions about every decision they want to make. However, when evil people see the vulnerability of these people to their opinions and approval, they tend to use that as bait to get them and bring them down. This is why the self-sufficiency of Sigma makes their enemies irrelevant. Here's how self-sufficiency works. Being self-sufficient can make haters feel irrelevant because it demonstrates that their negative opinions and actions do not affect the individual. Self-sufficiency is the ability to take care of oneself and not rely on others for validation or support. When an individual is self-sufficient, they are not affected by the opinions or actions of others because they have a sense of self-worth and purpose that is not dependent on external factors. Haters, or those who engage in negative behavior towards others, often do so because they want to feel powerful and in control. They want to see others as weak and dependent on them for validation. However, when an individual is self-sufficient, they are not affected by the haters' negative opinions and actions, making the haters feel irrelevant and powerless. Additionally, being self-sufficient also means that one is less likely to seek external validation, which can make haters feel irrelevant. When an individual is self-sufficient, they don't need to seek validation from others. They can validate themselves. They can also avoid or ignore hateful or negative comments, as they don't need them to feel good about themselves. Furthermore, when a person is self-sufficient, they are more likely to be successful in their goals and pursuits, which can further make haters feel irrelevant. They can confidently move forward with their plans, and the negativity of others doesn't have any impact on their progress. 4. Sigma males are kind-hearted, unlike their haters. The lone wolf treats everyone the same way, irrespective of their status and position. Sigma males give equal respect and honor to both the poor and the rich. The way they treat a professor is not different from the way they treat a janitor. He accords equal respect to all, and he doesn't relate to people because of what he can get from them, or because relating with them will help his social status. The way Sigma males treat others reveals the ways and actions of evil people. They don't share the same toxic mindset that their enemies have. Their haters are full of strife, envy, and insecurity towards them. But this doesn't change the attitude of a Sigma male because that is who they are, thoughtful and kind-hearted. When one responds to their enemies with kindness, it can diffuse any negative energy or hostility that may be present. It can also show that one is not affected by their enemies' negative actions and attitudes, and that one chooses not to engage in the same behavior. This can make the enemies feel irrelevant, as their actions and attitudes no longer have the power to harm or provoke a reaction. Additionally, being kind can also demonstrate that one's enemy's actions and attitudes do not define the individual. It shows that one is not defined by their enemy's negative opinions and behaviors, and that they are not affected by them. This can make the enemies feel irrelevant, as they no longer have the power to shape the individual's identity. 5. Sigma males ignore. Another way in which Sigma males deal with their enemies is to completely ignore what they say and do. Their haters intentionally do things to frustrate them, but Sigma understands their motive, so they ignore them and propose in their hearts not to be distracted by their actions. Sigma males are so focused on their ambitions and goals that they pay less attention to the hateful words from their enemies. This only pisses their enemies off because they know that they won't be able to get them. Why do the Sigma males choose this strategy? The lone wolf knows that ignoring haters is a powerful tool for making them feel irrelevant. When someone is constantly giving negative feedback, it can be easy to start feeling like they are the only ones who matter. However, by ignoring their comments and focusing on the positive feedback from others, you are sending a clear message that their opinions do not hold weight or value in your life. One of the reasons why haters are so effective at getting under our skin is that they often play into our insecurities. They may point out flaws or weaknesses that we already know exist, but don't want to acknowledge. By ignoring their comments, we are taking away the power they have over us and refusing to let them define us. Another reason why ignoring haters is so effective is that it takes away their attention. Haters often thrive on the attention they receive, whether it's positive or negative. When they don't get the reaction they want, they often move on to someone else who will give them the attention they crave. Ignoring haters also sends a message to others that you are confident in yourself and your abilities. It shows that you are not going to let someone else's negativity bring you down. This can be especially important for children and teenagers who are just learning how to navigate the world and deal with criticism. It is important to note that ignoring haters does not mean ignoring constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is often offered with the intent of helping you improve, whereas hate is often offered with the intent of tearing you down. It is important to be able to differentiate between the two and respond to constructive criticism positively and productively. 6. Sigma males give no room for complacency. Sigma is so focused on their goals and plans, always looking for ways to grow and become a better version of themselves. All a Sigma is concerned with is his growth. His enemies may try to distract him or shift his focus, but with the lone wolf, there's no room for that. Sigma males know that leaving no room for complacency is a powerful way to make haters irrelevant. When we become complacent, we stop pushing ourselves to improve and grow. This can make us an easy target for those who want to bring us down. However, when we are constantly striving to better ourselves and our situations, haters have no foothold from which to attack us. Sigma males know that one of the best ways to leave no room for complacency is to set goals for yourself. These goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, smart. By setting smart goals, you will have a clear roadmap for success and will be able to track your progress along the way. This will help you stay motivated and focused on achieving your goals, even when faced with negative comments from haters. Another way to leave no room for complacency is to surround yourself with positive and supportive people. Having a support system of friends, family, and mentors who believe in you and your goals can help you stay motivated and focused, even when faced with negativity. These people can also provide valuable feedback and advice that can help you improve and grow. It's also important to remember that haters only have power over us if we let them. We should not give them the satisfaction of knowing that their words have affected us. Instead, we should take their negative comments as a sign that we are on the right track and continue to push forward. Remember that haters are often motivated by envy and jealousy, and their negativity is a reflection of their insecurities. 7. Sigma males are lie detectors. Evil people are known for the lies and deceptive acts they use to harm people around them. They are so smart in their thinking, and they are capable of cooking up false stories about people. Sigma males are very observant when they are around their enemies. They observe closely to know the kind of people they are surrounded with. With this ability, they can detect a liar and read body language from their haters. The ability to detect lies from one's enemies is a powerful tool that can give one a sense of control and power in any situation. Being able to see through the attempts at deceit and manipulation can make an enemy feel irrelevant, as their lies are no longer effective in achieving their goals. In today's world, where information is easily accessible, it is more important than ever to be able to discern truth from falsehood. Being able to detect lies can help build trust and credibility with others, as it demonstrates integrity and the ability to separate fact from fiction. This can be particularly important in business, politics, and personal relationships. In personal relationships, detecting lies can help build trust and strengthen the bond between people. Being able to see through the lies of a partner or friend can help build a deeper level of understanding and connection. Additionally, it can also help to protect oneself from being taken advantage of or manipulated by others. Overall, detecting lies can make an enemy feel irrelevant, as it allows one to see through their attempts to deceive or manipulate. It can also help to build trust and credibility with others, and protect oneself from being taken advantage of in any situation. It's important to note that, although detecting lies can be a powerful tool, it's not always easy, and it's not always possible to detect every lie. This is why Sigma males have an edge. In many cases, it requires careful observation, critical thinking, and the ability to read body language and other nonverbal cues, which is the specialty of the lone wolf. 8. Sigma males have self-respect. Unlike the people who are known never to admit their wrongdoings but instead try to shift the blame onto others. These terrible people love to make others take full responsibility for their ill actions. They are known to be manipulators. They force people to say sorry or take the blame for the offense they are ignorant of. They blame others for their losses and problems. Sigma males, on the other hand, are different. They have self-respect and will not blame others for their mistakes, and they will never manipulate others for their gain. This attribute of the lone wolf makes others see their enemies for who they are. Knowing how Sigma males deal with their enemies, I'm sure you would like to know why Sigma males ignore women. Click on the image and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.